around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing roaches? Collecting all this money on the roads like I'm homeless. A nigga like me.
Welcome back. This is Nicardo Media House. Today is the Media House football review show. I just want to say thanks to everyone that's watching the video. Everyone comment. Everyone likes all the video and stuff like that. Everyone that share the video. I really appreciate it. For the last two videos that I did on the Reggae Boyz, I'm getting a lot of love. A lot of good comments. A lot of good DMs. I still get a little criticism, and I will take it. I'm still young. I'm a student of the game. A lot of improvements, can be made in different areas and stuff like that. But yeah, they and for talk about the game last night, the Reggae Boyz and the US men's national team, which is very, very disappointed. Like, I'm really gutted right now. Like, I was so pissed last night where I couldn't even do a reaction, you know, the moment when that game finished, because I had a really serious headache. All I had to do last night is just turn the TV off, turn my phone off and just go straight to bed, because it was really gutted to let the US men national team come back in the game. A strike in the 88th minute from Brandon Vasquez, shocking, man. The long ball killing me. Leon Bailey on the ball, he's dribbling, but he's taking too long to play off the ball and stuff like that. But it's really shocking, man. It's really shocking. Antonio has a good game, Damari Gray have a good first half, but fade away a little bit in the second half. I mean, Bobby Reed has a good game on the right side. He helped out Dexter a lot coming back. Doing recoveries, going forward. You know, Amari Bell. He was pretty decent, good defensive shift. Until he was injured, got substitute in the second half. But one of my biggest concern in that back line. But let me start on a positive first. Damien Lowe had a stellar game. The way he read the game, the way he edit clearance out the ball, the way his position awareness. But I just want to start off the positive with Damien Lowe. He opened the scoring in the 30th minute. A wonderful free kick set piece from Damari Gray. Damien Lowe well timed running into the box. He direct that one inside of the left side of the goal of Matt Turner. But Damien Lowe, one thing I really don't like is that sometimes when he picked up the ball, the first thing he think about is how he can kick this ball 50, 60 yards out. And his long ball is not accurate enough. It's really not accurate enough. A lot of times the right back Dexter, he comes short for it. A lot of times I see the two central midfielder, Kevin Lambert and Joel Latiba there, they come short. And especially Joel, he was coming right in between Damien Lowe and Adrian Mariappa, to receive the ball. He could push up the team, take a few touch, link up with his pairing midfielder Kevin Lambert, so both of them could get the ball forward up to the field where Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed can come short and link up play, where they could make that transition run and trying to get Damari Gray isolated on the left side against DeAndre Yedlin. That was a really good battle last night. But we need to stop doing these like long balls whenever the midfielders is coming short, or if our fullback is open where he could push the ball up and give it to the man on the wing. But Damien Lowe, man, his position away. I think Damien Lowe was the only guy that's really playing center back last night. Adrian Maria had a really quiet game. Yeah, he really had a quiet game. It was pretty decent. That's the performance Damien Lowe had last night. He was everywhere. He was everywhere doing left center back, right center back. He was pushing up in the midfield. But sometimes he needs to stop. When you get the ball, you want to go forward, move into the midfield. That is not your job. Your job is to defend, collect the ball, make sure that the midfielders get the ball, make sure the wing backs get the ball so they can push the team up a bit forward, so we don't have to play these long balls. But long ball is not really my concern. I know that's the coach philosophy. That's how he coached at his previous teams. Especially the way how he played that, with the way how he coached that Icelandic team in the Euros and in the World Cup. Very long ball, but yeah, we just need to just take a lot of positive from this. I'm not gonna be here and come here and criticize everyone. This is the first game of the group stage. We have Trinidad next and then St. Kitts. So yeah, takes positive and move on. But the midfield, Kevin Lambert and Joe Latibodier, they're quite similar. They both defensive player. We we didn't do a lot of penetration, moving the ball forward more quicker. But the reason for that, though, the midfielders didn't really have to do a lot in the final third. There wasn't enough penetration. But I mean, I think Bobby Reed has a really good game. He's trying to take on his players. He's trying to come inside. Give the two midfielders support. Trying to link up play. He's doing his defensive shift. He's going forward. Bobby Reed has like I think he created like 3 or 4 chances in the final third for the Reggae Boyz last night. So yeah, he was trying to make things happen. On the other side, on the left side, which was Damari Gray, he was going at Yedlin. Whenever you get the ball, he was trying to, like, the first thing as a winger, you trying to go forward, you trying to take on your defender 1v1. He's trying to get that cut in and trying to cross that ball in the box. Trying to look for Michael Antonio, but I don't know. Leon Bailey, man. Yeah, this guy is really a quality player, but for some reason when he puts on that black, green, and gold, sometimes I don't know, he's putting a lot of pressure on it. It's like you want to do too much. But last night, he didn't really have a poor game, but one of the big problem I had last night with Bailey is that all right, so he picked up the ball in the midfield. He turned and he probably beat a defender. Then he make a dribble like 10 yards forward, lay off the ball and move again. Either you play it off on the wing to Bobby Reed or you play it off on the other side to Damari Gray. A lot of times I see that they open and Liam Billy was trying to take on too much player. And then when he beat three and trying to go to the fourth and fifth, he lose the ball and then he just sit there on the turf. So yeah, man, you gonna burn out all the energy trying to take on an old defender. Like, come on, you trying to be like you are a Lionel Messi or something. Like, just play the football simple but that penalty, man, like, come on. All right, you miss, right? You missed the penalty. You got back the rebound. You know, your your father, Craig Ball, always said every Phoenix player can kick the ball with both feet. So the ball came back to you kick the ball, you kick the PK with your left foot. It came back out the rebound on your right foot, and you scuffle the ball. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, you want to be blamed for that cause for that 1-1 result, because the game could have go 2-0 up, and I was so pissed after you missed the ball. I don't know. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But Michael Antonio, really good game. Really good game. He fight whenever they give him that long ball. He fight for that ball. He fight. He jump. He win a lot of air ball duel with the defender. I didn't think Matt Miazga or Long, they could have matched him. He was so powerful in the air. That's why I wanted to see Shamar Nichols start in those positions with with um with Michael Antonio, because I know defenders doesn't like threats like that when two powerful guys up front, you know, fighting for the balls, driving at defenders with the strength, with the it's like a bulldozer running through a bush. You just can't stop him. And many times we see Antonio picked up the ball, turned, and just going directly at defenders. Yeah, so I think the coach has a lot to be blamed in this one because the U.S. coach made a change in like around the 60 something mark. He made a change the start of the second half around the 47, 48, and then he made a couple more changes where he brought on Roldan and Majolovic. Those changes changed the game completely for the Americans. Those changes were midfield changes, and what the coach did, what the Reggae Boys coach did after, he took off Michael Antonio for Korberg. That was like, come on. The U.S. coach made a change, two creative midfielders, and we take up our best guy up front who is winning all the air ball duels, the one that's who's turning at defenders, running at them. Don't scare for Korberg to just come in on. At one time, I see Korberg playing left back, chasing guys on the right side. Like you use a striker. Why are you all the way in the back running? Like I don't get it with this guy. I don't get it. The coach got to get a lot of blame for that. You took off the best player in the front line, the one that everyone is looking for, the one that the ball pinning to. All the long ball is going to him. They can't mark him. They can't win no headers in the box. Anywhere the ball goes to Michael Antonio, he turn and just move. And you took him off the field. Why? I don't get it. And bring on Corey Burke. Like if that change was likes or likes for like Shamar Nicholson coming on for Michael Antonio, that would be better. And then now you brought Shamar Nicholson on the 90th minute. The 90th minute after they scored goal 1-1, you brought him on and took Liam Bailey off. That was a change should have been made at first. Shamar Nicholson for Liam Bailey because at one point Liam Bailey was actually running out of steam. He was trying to dribble the whole team. He was just staying on the ground. I don't know what's happening last night for Liam Bailey, but that change is supposed to be made with Shamar Nicholson coming on for Leon Bailey in the 60 something minute because as you could see after he missed that penalty, like his edge was down. He was trying to do all the necessary, the positive, picked up the ball and trying to create, but it just wasn't working out for him. He was making too many touches on the ball. So I just want to say this: if this Reggae Boy coach going to be trusted, Corey Burke like this, we are in big trouble moving forward. Let me tell you that, because trusting Corey Burke and have the 17-year-old on the bench, Dojan Whisper, Richards, and then you are gonna have Shamar Nicholson on the bench who's coming on at the 90th minute. Come on, Shamar Nicholson is a really good quality player. I don't see why you should be bringing on this quality player off the bench in the 90th minute, just trying to give us a win. Shamar Nicholson have been on the field or should have been started. So the coach gonna have to fix this. And the next thing is fans out there, you expecting the Reggae Boy is going to be playing like Bayern Munich or a Barcelona team or a Manchester City team that's going to make 500, 600 pass a game. That's not going to work, period. So you can take that off your mind. This coach, this is his philosophy: 4-4-2, moving forward, long balls, but the long balls are not accurate enough, and they are coming from Damian Lowe, which is awful with long ball. His kick is not accurate enough. It's not like he's someone that like a Sergio Ramos. Someone like a like a Mascherano, something like that. Players that were really good at long ball accuracy pass, but the coach, man, coach and Leandele screwed up things last night. The changes were awful. We takes too long to make the changes last night, But that's my little reaction at it. We have Trinidad on Wednesday. That's our biggest rival. The Soca Warriors versus the Reggae Boys. That one should be a straight up win. But yeah, Coach Algins, man, you gotta take the blame. Liam Bailey missed the PK rebound. He scuffed it with his right foot. But we're just gonna keep it positive on my side on this show. Not much. Yeah. That's my little reaction right there. We have Trinidad, the big game. the Reggae Boyz versus the Soca Warriors on Wednesday at 7:30 at City Park in Missouri, St. Louis. Keep on supporting the boys. The boys gonna always need that little driving force coming in from the 12 man in the stand. So yeah, whosoever can make it into St. Louis on Wednesday, that game is 7:30, Eastern time, 6:30 Jamaican time. Yeah, but stay positive out there, fans. Don't be rushing on the coach or the players. It's the first game. We should have won the game. Yeah, I knew that, but unfortunately, we came out with a draw. Came out of the pass, so we just have to just take it and move forward. Hope for the best. Beating Trinidad, moving on to St. Kitts. Greater things there. First game of the tournament. So teams kind of play a little bit good in the first half, but we gotta fix things. I know we played football in the second half. Football don't play in one half. Football played in two half. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is Nicardo Media House. Keep on supporting the video. Really appreciate all the love.